Chase Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Oh, look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And we're off from Arrowhead. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he's officially in the enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing on first down, Mahomes finds his man Rice. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Buys time, rolling right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. On first down, they'll run. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down. We get a look now, Brock, at their picks from this year's draft. A group that they've been more than willing to say they are very excited about bringing in.
Well, lots of folks on the media side, and then, frankly, other NFL front offices, Kate, have talked about the steals in this class. Some guys who should have gone much, much earlier than where they ended up going. This is a group that, if everything works out, could provide a lot more value than the picks that were spent on them.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's got Watson. And he gets him around 6 there. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing now, off play action. Escapes the pocket. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
They'll try and throw it here. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Good running here. He's across the 15. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Again, left side to McCaffrey. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt.
Yellow.
First down throw, Mahomes. Finds a man, right side. We'll have him gain about a handful there. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send a tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. On target to Worthy. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They're now set for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First throw for the backup now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game. A little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first. From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Packers now lead by 10. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back now. Pressure on its way. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He finds Johnson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Junior Coulson bringing an end to that play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Go! Go!
Here's a throw. Holding left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll try and punch it in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. They'll throw it. Has it in close. Touchdown, Kansas City. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Dobbs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Walker. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing here, Walker. Throwing this back in the end zone. And thrown back in the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what, what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Walker looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Green Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. To throw here on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
So and with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Our preseason opener underway in half number 2. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Packers. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on first. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. The Packers take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Back to throw, Walker. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The Packers send out their punting unit. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the... Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Walker setting up to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And the fair catch is made just about... Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Walker to throw. Stiff arm success. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 39. He lofts it deep left. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Walker. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And this one did hit at the 8. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Walker. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. He's... First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, McCaffrey. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Punting unit out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And something on the return, but not much. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Packers holding on to a field goal lead. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Plowing up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send a man in motion. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Jukes out a one-stop. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. Punt team on the field. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be...